Eastside. I'm Miss Ray. Remember me from school? It's been a long time since we've been in school, but we're having a good time at home, right? We're doing all kinds of fun things and learning different sorts of things than we learn at school. Today, I'm going to show you something that I'm doing in my kitchen while I self-isolate, and you can do it at your house. Hopefully, you'll have everything you need to do it without having to go to the store, because it's pretty simple materials. Today what we're going to do is we're going to learn a new way to color Easter eggs, because this weekend is Easter. So this is the Easter egg we're going to make. Look at this beautiful orange boat. And look at the blue waves and the green waves. And look at the beautiful blue sky. I love color. Don't you love color? We're going to make a very colorful egg together. So the first thing you need to think about is what you're going to wear. You want to be sure you're wearing something that it doesn't matter if it gets dye on it, or crayons on it, or any kind of color. So don't wear your Easter dress, wear your art clothes. Next thing I'm going to show you is how I set up my egg decorating station. So what I have here is I have my dyes, which are made from food coloring. I'm assuming all of you guys are going to have some food coloring at your house. You're either going to have the food coloring in these little boxes, and they look like this, or you're going to have big things of food coloring. Either way, you're going to follow the directions on the back of the box, and you're going to make dyes. And you can just make them in your drinking glasses, because food coloring is food safe. So you don't have to worry about using special glasses or special spoons or anything like that. You can just use the stuff around your kitchen. The other thing I'm going to use some crayons. So Crayola crayons. Pick your nicest, brightest, happiest colors and use those for your eggs. Okay.
What amount of food coloring do you use, Miss Ray?
Oh, well, it's on the back of the box. But I like to double the amount that's on the back of the box because I like my colors to be really strong. And I think strong colors are prettier than mild colors. But if you like pastel colors, you can either make your food coloring according to the directions on the box, or you can just leave them in less long. Leave your eggs in the dye less long. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing you have to do is you have to boil your eggs, because we want to eat these eggs on Easter morning. And I don't like eating raw eggs, do you? So let's boil our eggs on the stove. So here I have my egg boiling. I'm only doing one at a time because I want it to be hot. And if I'm going to do a second egg, I'm going to boil another one. But you can do 5 if you want to. I'm going to take my boiled egg, and I'm very carefully going to carry it over to the sink. Now, Kate and Jake, you guys in kindergarten, don't you carry your eggs over to the sink all on your own. You get an adult to do that. If you're in grade 6, if you're Ethan, you can carry your own eggs. Okay, so I'm going to take the egg out of the pot with a spoon. Now this is really hot. I'm not going to try and pick it up. I'm going to keep it on the spoon, and I'm going to run some cold water on it. Trying to cool it down just a little bit. This is important. This is the only really important part of all these instructions. You can make the rest up, but don't let the egg get too cold. Okay, so now it's cold enough that I can put it in my hands. I'm going to hold it in my hand for a minute because it'll get hotter in a sec.
Why does it get hotter?
It gets hotter because the egg inside is cold and you're cooling the outside, and then the egg heats up the outside again. But that still feels good to me, so I'm going to turn my water off. Now, what I like to do is I put it against my face. If it feels too hot against my face, then it's probably too hot. Otherwise, it feels really nice. Okay, so I'm going to take my hand towel, because we don't like to use any more paper towels than we have to. I'm going to dry this egg off really well with my hand towel. And why am I drying it off? Why am I drying it really well? Because I'm going to draw on it with crayons, and crayons won't stick to something that's wet. Okay? So now I'm going to come over to my decorating spot. Here's my decorating spot. I did put some paper towel on the counter because I don't really want dye all over the counter, although it will wash off. So say to your parents, don't worry, it's all washable, it's all food safe. It's very, very easy. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start by making the waves. So I'm going to take my light blue, not light blue, this greenish blue. And I'm gonna make waves going all the way around my egg. Now this is the part where you might decide, I don't need to listen to all this part. I can fast forward to the end of this, or actually at this point you could probably, if you're in grade 6 and you've decorated a lot of eggs, you could probably just turn this off and start making your eggs, because you know what you're doing. You see how this wax kind of melts? And you can draw with a crayon on a cold egg, but if you draw on a hot egg or a warm egg, it melts the crayon a little bit. It makes it easier to lay the colors on and give you much brighter colors. Now you see how I did a smudge there? That's because of my fingers. Don't worry about it. If you did a smudge, you can always go back and fix it, or you can just leave it. It'll all be beautiful when it's done. All right? So I'm making a green line. I have a blue line. Now I'm going to make another blue line because I want green and blue because this is the ocean. And what color is the ocean? Well, sometimes it's gray. But on a sunny day, this egg is a sunny day because it's Easter morning. Easter morning's sunny, even if it's not sunny, right? Okay, there we go. I got 3 lines. I got a blue line, a green line, and a blue line. Now, if you're feeling really creative, you could put some fish down in the ocean. There's a fish. And one thing I did on my other egg is I decided I was going to put a mermaid. So I had a tail sticking up above the ocean of a mermaid. You can just have the tail, or you could draw the mermaid. Here she is swimming. Those are her arms. And there's her hair. What do you think? There's my mermaid going down into the ocean. Okay, now I'm going to take orange and I'm going to put on some boats. Now when you're doing an egg, because it's round, you don't want to just do your drawing on one side. You want to do it on both sides. So I'm going to put a boat on this side. And I'm going to turn around and put a boat on the other side. But I'll only draw one for you today because you don't need to see me draw 2 boats. You might get bored. Are you bored? No. Good. All right, last thing. The sun. Let's put the sun on here because it's a sunny day. So I'm going to make a nice round sun, and I'm going to make all those happy rays that come out of the sun. Now if I take my finger and I smudge that, ooh, look at that. Then I get this nice yellow sky. I don't know what that'll do when I put it into the die, so I'm going to put the sun back on there again on top of it. Now, this is a bit tricky. You want this to cool down before you put it in the wax. So what I do is I use my egg carton as a kind of cooling rack. And I set it there so it's not touching too much of it. It might get a little smeary, but it really doesn't matter. It'll be beautiful. Don't worry. So here's one that I've already done all the waxing. See, there's my mermaid. I didn't do as good a job on that one. I put a cloud in the sky. I got the sun. I've got, what's that guy called? Seagull. All right. So now I need to decide what color do I want to put this in. Now, if you only have one color, put in that color. It doesn't matter if it's red. It doesn't matter if it's blue. We're going to do blue because that's what our final product one has, a blue dye. So I'm going to put it in my die. Now, if it breaks while you're putting in your dye, that's okay because this is food coloring. You can still eat it on Easter morning. But if you want to be careful and not break it, you just lower it into your die with that spoon. And I just leave the spoon right in the die so I can take it out when it's dyed. Now, see, that's not very strong yet. So if you like it that way, take it out now. If you say to yourself, that's exactly how I want my dye to look, I want it to be that beautiful baby blue, then you take it out now. If I want it to be stronger and look like this, you might leave it in the dye for like 5-10 minutes. Don't worry, go do another egg. Leave that to dye itself, okay? So that's it. That's how you're going to make these beautiful Easter eggs. And if you make one for everyone in your family, you can put it at their place at Easter dinner, and you can play a game that we call, in my family, we call it the Bulgarian egg game. Now, I don't know whether it's really Bulgarian, so if you're Bulgarian and your parents say that's not Bulgarian, then that's it. Don't worry about it. But we call it the Bulgarian egg game. What we do when we play the Bulgarian egg game is I'm sitting here and you're sitting here, and we hold our eggs and we go bang, bang, bang. And whoever egg breaks first, they're out. And if you're left with the unbroken egg at the end of the game, you have to eat your egg and you put the shells above your door frame, and it gives you good luck for the whole year. So, I hope everybody enjoys this video. I hope you enjoy making your beautiful, colorful Easter eggs. Here, let me show you a couple more that I made yesterday, just so you get a few more ideas. I made this one. This is supposed to be like houses and a dock in the water. And you see I put that in red dye, and I put my sun on the very top. And this one I just wrote Easter, and I put some flowers, and I dipped it in my orange dye. And this one, because I really like blue, I put a little chick for Easter, and I put a duck. That's supposed to be a duck. That's one that I smeared. See, it doesn't really resist the dye quite as well, but it's kind of neat. It's all beautiful, right? Anything with colors is beautiful on Easter morning. So I hope you all have a great Easter, and we'll see you all when you get back to Eastside. Bye.